Welcome back, adventurers. My name is Eli, the Game Master, and this is A Good Day to Die. Last we left off, the group had descended deeper into the catacombs beneath the Island of Knowledge. There they had come across a large... Wait, we already did the ooze, didn't we? The necromantic ooze? Did we? Did we already do that? Was that session before last? Anyway, the biggest point of what happened last time was they found the electric blue kobold and the handsome stranger. There was a group of the pirates that had defected away from Merrill's group, and they had seemingly willingly sacrificed themselves to summon forth these horrendous dog-like creatures. The group dealt with those, the handsome stranger and the kobold teleported away, after which the group began to explore deeper into the caves, or the catacombs. There, they found a control panel that controlled some of the floodgates and some of the other parts of the dungeon that they didn't quite understand. But that didn't stop them from just flipping switches. And so in doing so, they drained an entire area of the water. Sneaking into, they found an altar to a necromantic goddess, whereupon which they found a vicious great axe that is now in the possession of Ragnar. However, the vicious great axe doesn't have the same effect on him as it would had on normal people. Curious.
But it's still cursed.
Curiouser and curiouser. It is cursed and it is bound to him until the curse is broken. Venturing deeper into which, Manzerik was not able to help the group because Max had to go somewhere. He had to cut the time a little short last week. And so he wasn't there to be the voice of reason whenever they found an illusionary puzzle. Looking at the illusionary puzzle, Dr. Tone was like, oh, this is easy. I figured it out. Let's do this. Meanwhile, Perry and Ragnar were like, we should totally kill this old man. That seems like the right thing to do.
That'll break this illusion.
It's the appropriate course of action, of course.
Clearly, everything needs to be chopped. Once the illusion dissipated, a voice that sounded very, very familiar to Damon echoed out. And this voice says, you have failed. This pierced into his mind. His arm began to burn as he collapsed to the floor, and we will pick it up there.
So Damon has a very stunned look on his face.
I thought you collapsed to the floor.
Yes.
Oh no, I killed him!
He can do both.
I can do both. Stunned look on his face.
I killed him, oh no.
He's like, wait, no, a rating! And he scrambles to his feet and runs up toward the door and hammers on it. Says, no, confusion is not failure. Confusion is not, I was confused. Didn't fail. A rating! And keeps hammering on the door, waiting for an answer.
Your cries are answered only by the echoes of your voice and the dull thud of your fist against that solid stone door.
Damon, I think you need some help. You need to work through some things.
As I whirl around, but it's a look of anger, but it's not a directed anger. I was like, fine. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. And I reach into my waistband, I pull out a very battered and well-read scroll, and I hurl it across the room. And I said, fine. Damn the Justicars. Damn the gods, and damn Arady, I'm done with it. And I go down the stairs, and I exit the room.
I go fix it.
So I was about to say, I'm in the middle of reading this book and just sort of like going through and just letting this happen before I say my one word and you swirl out, and I'm just like, I would like to read that at some point.
And I just stash it for it. I think you'll need it later.
Hey Damon, I say as you like are leaving.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who's trying to get a hold of the gods, yelling at them isn't necessarily the best course of action.
I ignore you.
Sure.
Yeah. It's like bouncing off my back as you say it.
Is he mad because I won and he didn't?
Did you win?
I broke the illusion.
You walk back into the sacrificial chamber.
It wasn't an illusion to break.
So in hindsight, it seemed that it was more of a puzzle than
So lost.
Yes.
Oh.
Me and Barry have Ragnar set down.
He's a sore loser. And I just start walking that way to where he went.
What's your intelligence
we-
modifier?
We
It's
just
enough to know that you were mad.
So, I have never had an interaction with the gods, but I am deeply religious. And so, can I roll, like, a knowledge religion to try to, like, equate this to if something like this had happened with me and goes right?
Yes. Yes, you may.
That's going to be a 17.
Okay. You can also roll a sense motive if you'd like.
That's going to be way worse. That is no, it's not. It's a 17.
Oh, that worked.
So, you are an even play on both of these. So, first off, what little you do know about Arady, like what you've extrapolated from seeing the Justicar, seeing how they operate, and seeing how Damon's been treated and is reacting to all this. You know the Justicar seem to be almost like a military force, like a religious military force that seems to revolve completely around paladins, which Damon is not. He's not a Justicar, he's not a paladin, and there seems to be some kind of deep connection between him and them that you don't fully understand right now. When you use sense motive, it feels like Damon has considered himself a failure to some extent. Like something has happened and he hasn't quite met the expectations of the Justicar, the Church of Arady, or maybe even the goddess herself. It would be the equivalent of you going on your pilgrimage, and when you return to the great tree, the druids looking to you and saying, "We do not recognize you as one of the druids," after you had already done the pilgrimage. So whatever Ragnar, Perry, and Dr. Tone aren't super taking seriously, you feel a real deep connection that I think I understand what he's going through.
Okay.
for reference, it's not that I'm not taking it seriously. I know with an anger like that, you gotta let it vent before you can even talk to it.
Yeah, no, this is fine. Because everybody's reaction is going to be different to Damon.
I haven't a clue.
I would like to say Eli was spot on.
Ragnar's like, I hit things and I hit them hard. This isn't a thing I can just hit.
I hit this guy so hard his entire cabin disappeared.
I did pretty good.
I turned it to stone.
Oh, man.
And no one can take that away from me.
Not a damn person.
Going back, I may need a refresher on what the sacrificial room looks like.
It has the large
Not
pool.
in the sacrificial.
He is. He left, and that's where it leads out into.
I thought there was the U shape, the pool in the center, that pool drained and then went into the sacrificial room.
When I say sacrificial room, I mean the room that the pirates had cut themselves, where you had fought the
So I imagine the giant altar to Orgotha was the sacrificial
main
room.
sacrificial room and sub-sacrificial
Okay,
room.
I'm
auxiliary.
sorry. I was on the
Yes.
auxiliary.
The sacrificial closet is where you found the great axe.
Of all the places to go in Vent Steam, that
For the followers goes.
Man.
I loved it. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
Can I just
don't
leave?
encourage it.
It was so dark.
Moving on.
please do.
Go. Roleplay.
Oh!
So where do we go to
I
now?
thought the universe was in a loading
At a
screen.
19.
No. You rolled a 19 for what?
Play.
You play so
So as you
How long have we been
try
playing
to
this?
play, you realize you have no ranks in it. And so it tends the best you got, and it's kind of mediocre.
But he's a child. They always have rank symbol.
No, because
He's a what?
He has an archetype.
He's the archetype man-child.
So,
What is happening?
Fourth wall.
Derailed.
So this is the door
Yes,
that you are exiting out of, Damon.
we are now on the same page.
Yes.
I thought
Okay.
we went through that one. That's where we went up to go to.
That's what
the
led
control
you to
room?
the control room.
Yeah.
So I come out
And we come down and went this way to get
and
to
I just
both of. Okay.
To the illusionary room.
Okay.
So I came out here and I'm just leaning despondently against that pillar, looking into just
The void.
1,000-yard gaze.
I got you.
We all, I assume, convened back in that room.
Yeah.
We did flip a couple more levers.
There's one more we don't know what it did.
Can we try to find that out?
I imagine that's what he's going to do next. I was going to let Tall, Dark, and Marie over there actually work out some of the stuff for their 80.
Hang on a second. First of all, I would like to. I thought we had to break the illusion. Second of all, this is empty, right? Like,
Correct. Well, there are 4 dead bodies.
but
That
there's
you did
no,
not
there's
think.
no pea water though. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well,
There's always a little bit.
there's always a little people, no matter how many times you check.
But you
There's
can
always
walk
a
through
little
it now.
Roll for gross.
Oh, it's gross.
I would assume that the other levers probably drained other sections. Didn't we pass something that was like this previously in another room?
The canal.
What if it was drained as well?
And what if we
Drain
just
to-
flooded the whole
Drain to where?
Oh, that's easy. I can
the whole
re-pull those
pipe?
levers.
I don't think.
He did the one.
But
Oh.
you know,
Still
it's like
like-
they're doing
This
this.
is the 90-degree band.
Okay. So let's explore a little more and try to figure out what else that led to.
So
So
to
if we go back
clarify,
out, this door,
Not the trap door. We go to the control room door.
so to clarify though, this one
It's
was
the
a
one
dead
we came
end
from.
from where
Well,
we were just
it's
at.
It
Now
is
it
now
is.
a dead end, yes.
That led to the dead end with where.
Correct.
Okay, so
This leads to the
that's a nope. That's a nope.
that leads to the caustic maze.
Can we just close that
This
door?
leads to the stairs that lead up to the control room.
Yes.
just close
Was
that
there
door?
not
It's up to
more
There
that
were
opened
exits
up,
outside
like
the
stuff
control
that shifted around when we was up at the control
Not
room?
that you noticed.
Okay.
but there's another door up there that led somewhere else.
Yes, across there was one other door leading out.
I want to loot the bodies, specifically looking for instructions that they might have on them.
A map?
You want me to leave everything off except for?
No, I want everything.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what justifies me
Dagger.
doing it.
10 gold. 100 gold.
If you like give me any indication you're looking for instructions, I would tell you that the handsome Joe guy is the one who made the sigils.
Was it Joe or Jack?
Y'all said
That's it.
Joe
Joe.
many times.
He was the one who made the sigils.
Yeah, but he's not here, and they are.
Well, they wouldn't have instructions. They probably don't even know how to do it.
Or you can just look for him and find out.
If they have them, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh for a while.
Yes.
I got $100 riding on this. Put them in.
Let me slide you a 20.
I'll give you a Washington quarter. Better than a Lincoln. You know. Any for your thoughts? We're making tons, Max.
I know.
You find 4 mundane daggers, 4 suits of leather armor. You find 20 gold pieces,
I share that with everybody. 4 gold pieces each.
and you find a small iron locket. This locket, do you have knowledge of the planes?
I do not.
So
I
this,
will hold it up if anybody recognizes it or anything like that.
what do you get ticket to?
35.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Soon. 18.
18? Looking at that locket, you realize that it is infernal in design. It looks to be, it is round and completely smooth. There are these jagged runes that are etched onto the face of it. Do you open it? Or?
I do.
When you open it, You see there inside is a shiny red scale. It is so smooth and so well polished that you can nearly see a red tinted reflection of yourself on the surface of it.
Dang.
Yes. Do either of you have spellcraft?
I do.
Yes.
I do.
What do you get taking 10 on spellcraft?
Ah, son of a...
16.
It's about that. 17.
18.
You don't have.
I do.
Oh, you do have it.
Yes, I
I
do.
forgot that you're not just a barbarian.
No.
With a
22.
anything over a 13. You recognize this as a Dark Sire amulet. This small iron locket contains some token, a scale, a shaving of a horn or a claw, or a lock of burning hair. In this case, a scale. And these tokens are always from the same creature, a fiend of some kind. When worn by a tiefling, if they have cold, electricity, or fire resistance, this amulet increases that resistance by 5. Furthermore, it provides a +4 insight bonus on diplomacy checks made to influence evil outsiders.
I walk it over to him. And would I know that with the spellcraft as well?
What did you get?
16.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I just walk it straight over to you.
What do the runes say on it? Or is it just like magical?
It's just a design.
We found something neat. Do we know what it's from? Just it's red, smooth, polished.
Well, he knows what the scale is from.
So
Yeah,
it's
but he
from-
doesn't know fiend. He doesn't know where it came from, or to who it belonged to,
You keep saying friend wrong, but
or why the pirates had it.
you know. Dragons are friends.
Neat.
Not food.
Fish are friends. No.
It occurred to me in the few seconds while Damon was raging. Can I see what's causing those braziers to burn green, or are they burning like regular like flame?
It is an ambient necromantic magic. It seems these braziers have always been here, but something has recently ignited them.
Just fancy dungeon effects, or
What are you looking for specifically?
it spells cast upon them, like if they're providing some effect.
It is a magically created item, but it
Cast
functions the same
smash.
as an ever-burning torch, but only in brazier side and with a neat necromantic glow that makes it green.
Well, it was more of a when he did the disintegration being they didn't damn.
Theatrics.
Okay.
Theater!
Said the man who says everything I say is important.
That's true.
Damon pushes away from the pillar.
No, I say everything for a reason.
That's true.
I didn't say everything's important, I said everything has a reason.
Damon pushes away from the pillar and starts walking toward the exit door.
Okay.
Says, well,
The one I'm in the middle of closing, writing
We've-
on chalk.
this
Do
one?
not enter. Do
We've-
not open dead
walking
inside.
toward it. We've done what we're sent to do. We guess we better go back and get our report in.
But we haven't found the magic food, and we haven't found.
We still have 8 more
Dara?
guys to kill.
Oh,
Is that right?
there's.
Yeah.
We have the magic flute, we have Darum, we have to rid the sewer of the other faction. We don't know if we've technically done that yet. Have we?
She said a dozen, and you found 4.
Okay. Yeah.
So we need to continue on to go.
You are 25% complete with your quest.
Yes.
With that.
So
we
do
keep
you,
going.
do you want to not go through that door then?
Yeah, we go through that one.
No, let's don't do that.
He, He's going to the one that goes to the control panel, not the costume maze.
What's,
Let
Let us-
Reading my note.
let us go.
I'm reading.
How did you make that chair squeak?
I don't know.
You
I
laughed
don't
and it squeaked. I'm starting to believe it's not the chair.
I'm squeaking over here.
Squeaking it.
Well,
It didn't squeak. Oh, no, man.
So from the control room, is there 2 sets of doors?
Real quick, were you saying something?
No.
Okay. Stepping out from that door, you enter into a hallway. To the left is the large portal that you had opened up with the control panel.
Yes.
Okay, so that is part of your quest.
Yes.
Checked off,
Yeah.
mission accomplished. When you push M, brings up the maps, journal, quest. That's done.
There's a check mark next to that one.
Correct.
Okay.
There are 2 doors side by side on the far end, and then to the right, you see that same canal pouring in from the right, and then it takes a sharp turn up to the north, and then to the west, where it disappears into a grate that seems to be flowing under the wall that lines that side, with a door directly beside it. So you see 3 other doors and a passage that continues to the right if you were to head north.
Good door. I start walking towards the one that's at the leaky loop.
So you turn right, you go down, you go to that far end. All right. Heading to that door. This door is a heavy stone door. It looks to be like where most of the other doors in this place are made out of old rotting wood or from a heavier steel, depending on the importance of the room. This one is different. It's not sealed, it's not an arcane lock or anything like that, but it is carved from stone, and it does sit on a pair of heavy metal hinges.
Is there like something to grab to pull it open?
Yes. Yeah, it is, besides what the material it is made from, it is still just a regular door.
Give me a second.
Yeah, let's make sure.
25 plus things if necessary.
The door itself seems completely mundane, in all intents and purposes.
I will pull it open. Do I need to roll it?
It's trash.
Crap! Go ahead and place your figures on the map, if you would, please.
Oh, Max, tell Nicole I said thank you for
Oh, yeah.
the waxing.
Accent.
Resin is,
Rosin.
yeah.
I can't reach
Also,
the
it's
others.
very different.
May I get some assistance, please, Maxwell?
Nicole
You
doesn't
sound
have
like
to-
someone who
no.
knows.
Yeah, I'm gonna make the short guy reach. Good job.
My daughter is taking cello now. You know all about rosin.
Resin?
Good for her.
What are you resin from?
I'm not AJ.
So I was thinking this is the door. Sweet.
Correct.
AJ's no
Who am I taking off here?
That guy.
I got it.
Who's the small person?
The armless bandit.
Who is on here that shouldn't be on it?
I think
Who is
That's
this?
me.
This
Yeah,
is
that
you.
little guy.
This is you.
That's me.
This is you.
That's Tony.
This is you.
He's Max.
This is somewhat you.
Yes. Jelly.
His wing is so long.
No.
He's not jelly. But it's, yeah, I mean, I used it as jelly.
I don't know where you guys wanted to stand at per se, but
Yeah, that's fine. Sure.
Yeah.
I want to be next to Damon. I don't know where Damon's at, but I want to
literally in front of you.
Cool.
Knern's old.
Wish granted.
It is done.
Technically, no matter who you wanted to send by other than me, you were.
Those words. I mean, it's true.
Opening the door, you're not sure what you were expecting, but I don't think it was this.
I'm not.
You step into a room. This room is largely empty. It looks like it may have served some kind of purpose long ago, but most of the things had been taken out. Now, whether that was because the wall on the far western side has completely collapsed, leaving massive boulders and large amounts of debris scattered into this room, or if it was emptied before and that was just happenstance, you are unsure. What you do see is you see a half-orc laying on the ground. He is covering his eyes with one arm, and he has a scimitar in his hand, swinging it wildly into the air. His head is shaved on both sides, leaving kind of a mohawk on top, but it is not done up. It's not like spiked or anything like a punk or anything. It is braided back into a long ponytail that drops down between his shoulder blades. He has a chiseled jawline and strong features, especially for someone so young. He looks to probably be in his late teens, maybe 17. He is wearing a leather vest, a bandana tied around his forehead. He's wearing boots and that kind of loose-fit shirt that you would typically see with, like, sailors, along with the boots. Laying on the ground, guarding his face as he's waving, you see that he is surrounded by 3 creatures. These creatures stand about 4 feet tall, shorter as they are hunched over and looking at him. When you open the door, they all turn to look at you. These creatures are frog-like in appearance, but have much more beast-like features about them, with a broad mouth that extends way out to either side, bulbous eyes that sit on top of their head, but peer at you without any color to them. Just kind of pale pearls that rest on the top of their head. They have webbed feet and hands, but end in claws. As these creatures turn and shift, looking at you, and I will need the group to roll for initiative.
These cousins of yours?
Were you waiting for me to get done with my description just so you could say that?
That was terrible.
Oh, you have no room to talk. Unless you were talking about someone's role.
No.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
I got less than what you rolled.
All right.
Those just
Perry.
terrible.
Manzerik.
25.
You ever heard Charles Barkley talk?
Damon.
19.
Ragnar.
12.
Who has the higher... You do?
Mine's a +4.
Mine's +8.
He took improved initiative.
Oh, I was thinking.
Dr. Tone.
13.
So you beat both of them.
Yeah.
I'm
I
last.
just rolled higher.
6.
You are not last.
Oh.
That's either a good thing or it's not.
Doom, 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 doom.
So the white token is the orc and the 3 red are the frog creatures?
Yes.
There's an oracle?
No.
Yeah. You can tell because they are talking about how they can have a vision, but then they go blind and you're like, oh, you're going to be an oracle one day.
Oh, so the blind frogs are oracle.
Exactly.
Got it.
Wait.
I had nothing to do.
These are frogs? I thought they were aliens.
If you want to murder us all...
Aliens!
Aliens.
Starting off the initiative is Manzerik.
So I'm not in the room or next to it. So did I see what he saw being that far back?
I will allow you a free action to alert the group if you would like. If not, you don't have to, and it will be counted as a surprise round against everyone except for you and the creatures involved.
I will say, this looks like fun.
You can roll sense motive if you'd like. The DC is 10.
It's 14, so we're good.
Yeah. You know that when the barbarian says this looks like fun, you know something's about to go down.
I draw my sword and begin walking.
Roll artistry.
You just like boing, boing, boing.
Yeah. Do I recognize what the frog creatures are walking in?
Do you have knowledge engineering?
No.
Then no, you have no idea what these things
Even
are.
with my background, my backstory, they're not.
They don't live where you live.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because it's not nature, it's dungeoneering.
Cool. That's concerning.
Hop to it, buddy.
Alright, well, that would have been my move because...
It's even funnier the 4th time he said.
Yeah. Can somebody move
Freyato.
in, and he's going to just eat that guy.
Okay. He runs to eat guy.
You do an attack.
Woo!
Oh, that was so close to being a 19. 7.
A 7 will not strike your opponent.
I teetered on 19 and then just...
As you kind of look at Ragnar, and you step into the room, you look, you see these creatures, and you go, wait, I have no idea what these are. Rayado, sick him! As Rayado runs into the room and snaps at one of these creatures, it hops back as he just bites down where it once were. Do you take any other actions?
That'll be it.
Damon.
Damon
eyes.
1, 2.
Okay.
Moves up past, like recklessly moves up past Ragnar. Right there. Yeah, that works.
That's 20.
And then I'll move up, and I'll double move up to that square connected to the white guy in the ring. So, no, right. No, I'll stand between them.
Where do you got it, Rick?
Yeah, I'll stand between three headboards.
Okay, do you have the movement for that?
If I double move,
20, 25, 30.
I can move.
That would be 40.
Yep.
Yeah, because this is difficult terrain. Roll me a climb check.
Climb it.
Made of climb.
With your armor and everything?
Oh yeah.
7.
All together?
Yeah.
You are not made of climb.
I don't get any negatives, that's for sure.
You attempt to climb up the rocks to get between the half-orc and this creature that's resting on top of the boulders looking down at you. As you go to grab a hold of it, you realize that the years of being in just such a dank environment has made the sides of the rock very slick. And so as you run up to it, you hop grabbing and you slide down and you're just kind of like, okay, this is where I am now.
I can't adjust myself over to stand over the orc.
You've run out of
Okay.
movement, yeah. And also you can't share a space with a creature.
If they're prone.
Mechanically still no.
The only time you share a space with a creature is if they're two size categories smaller than you, larger than you, or you're grappling.
Okay.
Do you take any actions?
No.
Okay.
Grab the sword.
Grapple the
Grappling. I got you, buddy. Dr. Tone, who is now immune to fire.
We're not there yet.
Baby
time.
steps.
Close. Cast fireball.
Not yet.
Broken arrow.
That didn't hurt me as much as it hurt you.
I think my dad said something similar when I was a kid.
Can I also?
He doesn't watch the show.
Can I move between Dom and Rayado?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Move that.
Yeah. Face through the wall.
I have to turn his figure to face combat because if he's looking at the wall, I feel weird.
I see him.
They also don't see the figures on the map. Anyways, I'm gonna activate Death Watch.
You see that?
I see how close people are to dying. How close is that work to dying?
He seems to be completely unharmed.
It's a trap.
I call out to him, "Hey, buddy, you doing good?"
He kind of looks up. His eyes are tight shut, right? He says, "Don't look at him!" He calls back.
Oh,
Close my eyes.
You do that. You're now effectively blind.
Kill check to see what's going on.
You may.
With his eyes closed?
I did use the standard action to.
The DC is 12.
Oh, I need to not roll a 1.
Gracious. It seems he is blinded.
Is this a mechanical thing or a, like, not mechanically blinded, but like?
It seems like this is a recent development.
Right, but like he's physically been blinded,
Correct.
not magically. Okay.
Well, his eyes are still intact, if that's what you're asking.
Like, did something cause them to go? Like, is it a poison or is it a magical effect? Is what I'm trying to get at.
Or George Knight.
Would that be a medicine check? Or a spellcraft? Or a dungeoneering?
It is not magical in nature, nor is it poison or physical.
Okay.
There. Stew on that. Do you take any other actions?
I have no other actions to take.
Okay. Perry!
Parry.
In front of Manzerik.
I am neither physical nor poison.
We can see over the canal, right?
Magic, no, it occurs to me.
I'm sorry?
We can see over the little river of pea.
Yes.
First, I would like to do a dungeoneering if that doesn't take up the standard.
You may.
Doesn't take up the standard.
I've never played it as such.
I know.
That doesn't mean it doesn't. It just means
But
I've
for,
never...
that's a nat one.
These are Manzerik's family. You step into the room and you realize that this orc is trying to kill Manzerik's
Oh
family.
no, don't do that.
You look at them and you're like, These are our friends, and that orc. I'm in trouble.
So
I'll allow you to roll a sense motive on your next turn if you like.
don't worry, Manzerik. I'll help your friends.
He forced himself to say.
And I'll throw my dagger at the orc.
Wonderful.
That's
Can I have an
one.
immediate reaction out of just fun?
And that would be. Yes.
So, am I above initiative of the orc, or did he just not take an action?
You're above initiative of the orc. So he is flat-footed, yes.
So that'll be an 18.
That will strike the half orc.
Oh.
Max damage.
I wasn't expecting to have to hit him, so I don't know why. Let's see, pull that.
Ragnar, you're the next playable
Bucket of
character to
dice,
go.
bucket of damage.
Oh, okay, good. 6 damage.
Okay.
And then my dagger returns to me.
Yeah. So, drawing your dagger, you throw it with expert grace. As it slams into the half-orc's shoulder, whoosh, he kind of like gestures down to it, and he goes, ah! It disappears and goes back. He grabs it, and he says, they got me! They bit me! He cries out as blood begins to roll through his fingers.
God, he's blind.
It disappears in a flash and reappears in your hand.
I, on the other hand, know exactly what it was.
Perry, why?
Do you take any actions?
We have to help Manzerik's friends.
Perry, why?
No. Please. No.
That's a little racist. Oh, please sense motive. Please make a roll sense motive.
Wow. That 20 cents motive.
So in a moment of clarity, you look down at Manzerik, you look at the frogs, you look at the half-orc, and you're like, Manzerik's a half-orc? There you go.
Oh,
Staying in
man.
character,
I want
but
you to play
succeeding at
that
the same time.
I want you to play that the rest of the game. That makes me so happy.
I'm going to run and jump over here.
You may. You said jump, right?
Yeah, I did.
Wonderful.
What is the jump skill? Acrobatics. 16.
Been looking for jump. Yeah, you passed.
With full height.
I'm going to power attack this thing.
Rolled
You
higher
may
than
power
DC.
attack this thing.
$22.
22 will strike your opponent.
26 damage.
Okay.
It explodes it up.
As you rush in, you jump over, swinging your axe down at this thing. It looks up at you and it goes, as you just cleave it clean in half. And this kind of purple goo splashes on your face and across the ground in a cone shape.
I look back at you and we're like, your family's safe.
I'm so confused about what all my friends are doing right now.
Oh,
Dice
why?
did it.
I'm liking the way this is going on about you, but
The half-orc grips his wound. He is going to go on the defensive, raising his AC by 2. The creature's turns now.
He got the total defense?
He goes total defensive, raising his AC by 4.
The guy said just rolling in place.
I don't think you're supposed to roll the ground and show fire.
If it works, it works again.
Dark Souls.
Tuck and roll, boys. Tuck and roll.
He's just doing dark soul rolls in his 5-foot square.
This creature on the rocks climbs over in a very Gollum-esque kind of way As it turns and looks at all of you, you see those pale white orbs resting on the top of his head begin to flicker and glow when suddenly a flash of light washes over all of you, and I will need all of you to roll me a fortitude save, except for Dr. Tony.
I'm blind.
Good.
We're okay with that.
17 for both.
22.
Nice.
11.
Cool. So Ragnar and Perry are both blind for the next hour. I will need Damon and Manzerik and Riado to roll me another fortitude save.
20 and 19.
29.
You are both fine. As these creatures turn to look at you, their eyes flashing in unison and say, you are like, that doesn't sound good, I assume. As this occurs, you see that blinding flash of light, and rather than your entire vision going black, it is a pulsing white light. And you can even see the veins of your own eyeballs in the periphery of your vision as it hurts.
Migraine.
This creature is going to take a free 5-foot step away from that monstrosity.
That didn't provoke, did it? Didn't do nothing.
It's going to take a free 5-foot step from Riado, hoping that he blinded him. Manzerik.
Okay.
Oh, I was about to ask you if I could see if he dropped below. For good things.
The answer to your question is you can see that your eyelids are in full health.
Okay.
Well, that's good. It's good to check every now and then.
Things I didn't know I needed to know.
Perfect. That does provoke an attack of opportunity.
Oh boy.
About to get swallowed. Swallowed.
Does a 12 hit him?
No.
Well, quick, slow.
Does a 13 hit him?
It does not.
Okay. And
They
then
slap each other
Riado
away
Their tongues hit.
is going to take a free 5-foot step
Why would you say that?
towards him.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No.
And Riado,
Don't bitch slap him.
does a 23 hit?
Oh yeah.
Does a 22 hit?
Oh yeah.
And does a 19 hit?
Oh yeah. Oh no. You killed one so hard I forgot to mark him off the initiative.
13 points of damage roll.
Haha, he is still alive.
I've done that before.
As you run up to this creature, it like slides on its hand and feet to face you. You thrust at it with your sword. It pats it away with its claws. As it does so, Riado just leaps onto its back, sinking his talons and claws and fangs into this thing. As it begins to tear into it, it gives out this horrendous chortle as it begins fighting off Riado ineffectively.
As a free action, I'm going to yell out, "The frogs are not my family." And move on with my life.
Okay.
Why is that frog?
Harry's brain just
Of
goes,
course not. He's a heavy sword. Audio cuts out.
Ragnar's like, duh. You idiot.
Do you take another action?
It's gonna be
I want that to be.
Rage and Damon.
Alright.
The Ragnar just doing,
I
of
pass
course
over
they're not.
the,
He said it.
the prone orc.
Okay, this is difficult terrain.
Okay. Stand right there.
Okay. That will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
From the halfway?
Does a 16 hit your AC? Okay.
Almost.
I return the attack. Thus,
Tone, you were the next player.
got a new character. Got a new sheet of working on.
Sheet 'em. Hi.
Welcome for sponsorship. That was.
Not
Her or
accepted.
she?
There we go.
Chocolate identifies as Hershey.
That would be a
Cancelled. We're canceled.
25.
25 will strike your
The
opponent.
fact that he's
Before
going
we
to phase
even
and just keeps
started.
talking.
The damage is been a hot second since I've done any damage to anything.
We're
You
worried.
fought a fish man.
12 points of damage.
Okay.
Well, we know it's not dead.
Running up to this creature, you step over the half-orc as it snaps at you with its massive jaws. You step to the side and you swing your blade down across the back of its head. It ekes out as it slides to one side, that same purple ooze rolling down. Do you take any other actions?
No.
Dr. Toad.
I will move sort of catty corner between Damon and Rihanna, but one back because I have a reach weapon.
Okay.
Open your eyes.
This is difficult terrain, just so you know.
I will in fact open my eyes.
Okay.
Make an attack with my chain whip that's only a 10 then.
A 10 will not strike your opponent.
I proceed to then close my eyes.
As you run up, make this wicked sound with your chain whip. You swing it over your head and crack it out as it, but nothing else happens. Do you think of that?
I close my eyes.
Dope.
Yeah, coy to do something.
Perry.
Boom. I can see clearly now. Your eyes are gone. Shut up.
I'm gonna make my way toward the wall.
Make me feel
Where I
good.
know where the wall is.
Wall.
Good.
I'm like,
You found it. Okay. They can only attack you from 3 directions now.
exactly.
Got you. Do you take any other actions? Ragnar.
I'll let fate decide.
Who's fate?
You could roll me a D8 and
Yeah.
go in a random direction.
Mm-hmm.
So, going
You know.
to my right.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Ragnar, after just killing that thing, you look at the other ones and you're like, "Come on!" You're like, "Oh God!" And you just run straight into the wall. Do you take any more hilarious actions?
No.
Okay.
What's that face?
The half orc. He reaches over. He grabs Damon by the leg, right? And he says, "Fam, are you here to help me?"
Stay down. I've got you.
And he says, "Yeah, I can do that."
I'm pretty sure he's got humor now.
Um.
Can he grapple Damon?
Oh yeah, he's got it.
Ring of freedom of movement. He goes to grab onto him and just lets go every single time.
They're so slippery. Bite. Does an 11 hit you? No. Great.
Almost.
Because Rayado is attacking this other creature, it turns round to retaliate against the raptor with a 13. Okay. Haven't rolled above a 10. Okay. Manzerik.
As I got a free 5-foot step that way.
It is flirked.
And does a 17 hit?
17 does strike your opponent.
4 points of damage.
It is still standing.
Does a
Blue man group.
23 hit? Does a 21 hit?
Would you rather just take one attack?
Does 4 points of damage go?
4 times over.
Oh,
Sure. So, you step back, thrusting into this thing's stomach. It grabs its stomach, looking up at you, as it opens its mouth, revealing just rows of tiny yet incredibly sharp teeth. Suddenly, you see Rayado bite the top of its head and rend back in this, like, deep crunching noise as it half decapitates it.
oh, that's so dark.
No, don't eat that! Don't eat that!
Spit that
It
out.
quickly starts eating.
That's too much like me to eat. Spit that
No.
out. Frog legs are delicious. Not these frog legs.
He still has a movement action.
He's going to move the 10 feet up next to that other monster.
Okay. Does Rayado take any other actions?
He
All right.
says wait.
Wait. Wait. Wait. Damon,
I attack the again.
you may attack the business again.
22.
Yeah,
And I do 9 points of damage.
I'm scared. You're doing really well.
That's not good.
Even with its bonus to AC because of the high ground, as it snaps down at you, you hold up your shield, it bites onto the edge of it, you twist its head over to one side as you take the pommel of your sword and you just crack down into it. It gives out these like death throes as it falls off of the rock, rolling to the ground. It jerks a few times before falling still, and just like that, you are out of combat.
We're no longer blind.
And I
Wow.
contemptuously kick the carcass off to the side.
Awesome.
I did say an hour.
No, you didn't.
I did.
He did actually.
Or less.
Well, my good friend, kind of looking around the room. They're gone.
Same.
What were those?
He says, "They're gone? Oh, that's wonderful." He stands up. He says, "Well, first off, I didn't get a good look at them. I couldn't tell you exactly what they were. But as I looked at them and they looked back at me, they had a much more intense stare than I did. So I don't think they were afraid of me, but I was afraid of them. But I digress. May I ask to whom I owe my life to?"
You, Bobby Boucher.
I kind of lean down and do I need to do a perception
Did that sound Cajun?
little
It's
bit.
a little occasion.
Oh,
Is that what you're going for?
no.
It sounded okay.
At first it did, then it changed a little bit.
Also, Amos, he stood up.
Oh, he's still okay. Do I need to do a perception to see if he's blind, or is it very apparent?
Well, looking to Ragnar and Perry, it seems he is suffering from the same affliction they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, are you hurt?
Huh? Not
I know he
necessarily.
says bleeding on his shoulder, and I look at Perry.
He says,
I
one
can't
of,
tell you if you look at me.
Same.
it did feel like one of them bit me.
I bandage that up.
That is exactly what happened.
And I do some first aid on it.
Off check?
Thanks, guys.
I am made of glove.
That's also sick.
At 12.
12. So you patch it up. He says, "Thanks, fam. Appreciate it.
What are you doing down
You're
here?
going for it. Cockney, maybe?
Could you stop bringing attention to it?"
Sorry.
Are you one of Merle?
Barrel?
Merrill, are you one of Merrill's?
Merle, never heard of it. Moving on, he says,
Are you one of Merrill's crew?
Sensing motive on that.
you may.
26?
26. He seems hesitant to admit to it. He says, "Well, that all depends. Why are you here?"
Well, that depends. If you are one of Earl's men,
Mhm.
we have to unfortunately murder you after we saved you. But if you weren't, we wouldn't have to do such a horrendous thing.
Then in that case, I'm not.
However, I hear she's recruiting some new people since she lost her brooch.
Oh, that is wonderful. You see, I've been looking for new employment, and that is just up my alley. You see, I am a wonderful sailor, a good fighter, despite being blind. But in an hour, I'll be tip-top.
I also never said she was a sailing pirate.
Oh, everybody knows Meryl.
What are you doing down here?
Clutching my wound and closing my eyes.
Oh,
And being
for
attacked.
those who don't read subcontext, he was one of Meryl's men who defected and then found himself in this cave.
No. I did no such thing.
Oh, go ahead.
You see, I heard that the men defected went into the cavern with that strange lizard folk and the handsome gentleman. Yeah, at least last I saw him, he was handsome.
Still is.
I decided to come in, open the portal, allow the rest of the group to come in and clean house, but it seems that you have found your way here.
If you're going to regain your eyesight in about an hour,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Now you know it's in an hour.
because you said it was in an hour.
Right.
You said,
Mhm.
not the DM.
Correct. Me, not the god of this world.
Not the game's operation director.
I do feel like I have to warn you that I look somewhat similar to the things that caused you blindness.
My god.
But don't worry, frogs are not family.
They're food.
No,
Especially if you're going
but I felt like I needed to address this before you got your eyesight back.
I think we should kill him.
No.
What was that?
It was the talking skull. Don't worry about him.
We were all just talking skulls.
In our own way.
This
I
one
hate
more
how
electoral.
right
Also, Delaney, don't think I didn't
don't know what
catch on
number
to
eight
your
is.
messages you threw out there. I got you. Because I was like, that smells like a
I just pop the squat, sit in like cross-legged.
I didn't run that way.
What was that?
1 second, and I start whistling the tune for the rope, and I tell the rope to attach to Ragnar.
Oh, the rope.
The rope.
I thought you said rogue. Get him, rogue! It's like, where does that come from? Okay.
So he named the rope.
You feel something snake around you.
Chop it in half. Don't do it. Don't stop listening. I'm your intrusive thoughts.
Come here, Ragnar. I say.
Okay, and I start walking the way the rope is.
Oh no.
Yep.
Sploosh! Well, as much fun as this has been, he says, allow me to introduce myself. He says, my name is Adriel.
Dr. Isaacson.
Doctor, wonderful! I'm hurt.
Yes, I saw that. A dagger flew out of nowhere and stabbed you in the arm.
They had daggers?
One of them did.
Could you be a dear?
Is anyone else still hurt?
Yes.
Yes.
I am technically injured.
I walk away. If he's no longer in need of any defense, I sheathe my sword and I walk back toward the main
I have
body.
one more channel, so I don't want to use it quite yet.
I'm also drowning.
I am going to do a
I will
heal
go
check.
ahead and use that channel.
Maybe.
This might tickle a little bit. I channel positive energy, using the dice. Woo! Everyone heals for 8.
Nice.
Oh, thanks, fam. He said,
The chain bag flickers out. Oh.
that feels much better. He says, and may I ask you gentlemen what your names are?
My name is Manzerik.
Pleasure.
I'm Barry.
Am I like? I don't know how deep. Yeah, how deep is that?
It's only 3 feet deep.
I feel like our names are unimportant. If we see him when we get back to the surface, we can make introductions then. But we have other things going on.
You know,
Or, hear me out, he may know where some of his other comrades who came to clear out the rest of the cave, wink wink. And I say wink wink out loud because I know he can.
is he waking?
He did in fact wink,
He
yes.
winked. I knew that.
It was good.
He's a weird maker.
But we should probably wait a while to see if this effect wears off. Because as much fun as I think it would be to drag Ragnar around with a leash, I'd much rather have him be able to see functionally.
I agree.
I would also like our friend here to be able to see and have him come with us.
That is a wonderful idea. I agree.
I try to motion for him to sit down, like grab him, like try to
Oh, tiny cold hands.
there you
Yes,
go.
Frog.
Not super cold though. And then I take you and I like kind of push you over and also try to sit you down and take you. Well, you're screwed. I can't get you out of that. You're way too big.
Yeah, it's like 3 feet.
Chris.
And okay, so I like try to like manipulate
get my
you,
rope
like
back.
sit back down, and then I go after. Words. I go after Damon. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It
wow.
made me feel really bad. There's a lot of names that I gotta keep track of over here.
Wait, did you leave?
No, I just walked back towards
Oh yeah, I thought you
towards
would
the
have left.
entrance.
I thought you would have left.
I've lost interest in this dude.
Looking at you, Damon, I'd be like, it is not wise for us to go in with our companion still blinded. Whether or not we walk out with this half-orc friend of ours. A Bob, if you will.
Adriel, I'd prefer not to be referred to by my race, but more by who I am as a person.
I understand this.
Adro, where's your weapon? Oh,
Scimitar.
you got that really close to my face, and I'd appreciate you not.
Oh, I'm sorry, fam.
What was his name one more time?
Adriel.
This is all-
Adriel.
So, Adriel, where would your friends be?
But that depends. I'd assume the rest of my friends would be with Marrow as soon as I regain employment.
Well, okay. Merrill had some defectors.
You don't
I
say.
know.
Yeah. But they are not my friends.
Correct. So where would these defectors might be?
Well, you see, you're very confusing when you start putting labels on everything, because if you start grouping me in with those people, then I start sounding like the villain. And trust me, fam, I'm not. I'm here to help.
And I appreciate you for that.
Can I roll a sense motive on this guy?
You may.
Just at a
Just no reason.
I might as well.
24.
As well.
With a 24, the more he talks and insists, the more you believe him. He's telling the truth.
Okay.
I got a 27.
He's lying. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no!
With a DC 27. No. No.
So what? He's kind of deflecting.
Right, because he truly isn't with them, and he seems very calm about this whole situation, so that makes you feel like, yeah, he's telling the truth. I keep clutching my arm like I'm sorry, it's not anymore. You do a great job.
Thanks.
It's 2 points above what it should have been.
It was a pretty nasty hit.
Out of a 6, I'll give you an 8.
Well, thanks, mate.
Mate.
So where would these defectors that Merrill would totally not want to have anymore be?
He says, I'm not sure. I hadn't seen the handsome stranger or the electric blue kobold. He says, but what I have seen is this shady-looking rat folk. He just wandering around the tunnels, and he says, I tried to get his attention, but he wanted no part of it.
That's your friend.
Oh, you're a rat folk.
No, I am not that.
He's a frog folk.
Is he frog folk? Is he one of these?
No.
Again.
He specifically told you he wasn't.
Was that him that said that?
Yes.
Oh, with a deep voice. I like it.
That's why he's related to the half-orcs.
You're a half-orc.
I guess I am today.
Wonderful.
The
He says,
mechanics of that
See,
relationship must have been
just-
wild.
despite being a half-orc, I am going to address you by Manzerik, because you respect. You get respect, fam. I don't look through that lens, unlike some people, wherever you are.
You just see Dr. Isaac Tony's reeling from this idea that he thinks that he's a half-orc.
He's going to be very confused when he regains his sight.
I appreciate you, Adriel. I don't know why people think I'm a half-orc, but
And I
we'll
don't-
move on from this.
I don't know why people think I'm a defector, when I'm not.
Of course not.
Why are you down here then?
Because I was looking for the portal to open, so the rest of the group could come in here and clean house.
The only group we know of that were sent down here are the defectors.
You can roll me sense motive, if you'd like.
Bonuses.
12.
With a 12, something's fishy. You can't quite put your finger on it. They know he's not a defector, right? But something's off about him. He's not lying about being a defector. He is lying about why he's down here.
So do you not know where the portal is at?
Oh, of course I do. It's just down the hallway there.
And you got caught up on these things?
Well, of course I did.
How are you going to open it?
I was going to find a control room. Now that, I don't know is.
So imagine...
Imagine it had 4 levers. Which one would you pull?
Numbered 1, 2, 3, and or 4. Oh my gosh.
Imagine I'm sitting there with some live reactions, just
He says, what is the second lever?
okay.
Yeah. That one I do know. We were told not to touch the other levers, but I do know the second one opens the portal.
What does the fourth one do?
We were told not to touch the other levers.
So imagine
I do know that the second one opens the portal.
your hair's doing a thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. In a van down by the river.
Your hair needs its own Twitter account.
So, through idle chatter, I would try to, as much as I can, waste the hour so our friends gain their vision.
Would y'all like to ask him any other questions that you may find pertinent, or would you rather just move on to the hour being up?
What does the portal do?
He says it opens the connection towards the bay to this.
What else has he seen down here?
Oh, you ask him what he's seen down here?
Mhm.
He says, aside from the rat folk, some of these creatures wandering about that ooze down in the main area, and these things, not a whole lot.
I asked,
Flutes.
I'm sorry?
Flute.
Flute?
Musical instrument.
I don't play. But if you'd like to, you may.
I asked him if
Still clutching on.
the rat folk had another, like, an animal companion with it, like a rat that was riding on its shoulder or anything. Rat folk with a rat.
He says, it did, as a matter of fact. Not riding on his shoulder, it was much too big for that.
Your master has gained some levels since he left you.
Makes me sad. Neat.
Is the rat folk with you?
He was a long time ago, and that is why I'm here. Well, I guess not that long ago. Really, mechanically, like 4.5 weeks ago.
Oh, wonderful. You're looking for your friends. I'm looking to open the portal. If the portal is already open, now we can part ways.
You keep talking about this portal. What is it supposed to open for?
He's not listening, is he?
Right now.
No.
The
Ding.
door. The door we opened.
I appreciate you.
It was
What door?
vindication.
The big stick. Never mind.
Wait, so instead of us being flush, we could have waited for this guy to open the portal?
Well, I think he was a bit distracted being blinded by frog creatures.
How
And if that hasn't happened every other weekend.
long
How
have
much of a life do you live?
Stop.
11 days.
you, how long have you been down here?
I don't know. Maybe an hour?
How long have we been down here?
Maybe an hour.
So did
He
Meryl
says that.
push this guy?
This guy was pushed in, and then like 3 seconds
Also,
later.
roll me a perception check. The DC is 5.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
rolled
higher?
a 4, but I've got.
Am I higher? Am I higher?
You were blind.
So it's
Is it a visual
Six.
perception?
It's 15.
It is a visual perception. 50?
15.
I was like, you rolled a 4? He is not wet.
How did you get in here?
Oh, to the back entrance.
There's a back end. We swam in here?
The back entrance is a little more sketchy. You swam in here? What did Miles send you to the portal? To the drain?
Yeah.
Yes, we were flooded.
And you survived that? I mean, you survived. Of course you did. She knew what she's doing.
I don't know about that, Meryl.
She's an acquired taste. I like her well enough. The eye patch was very stoic.
The water was required.
The tattoos are my favorite.
Try to
Why are there Viking
realize.
tattoos?
Kraken.
Or, sorry, old character coming out. Yeah, the tentacle tattoos.
Oh, well, that's because of the group.
Imagine we aren't quite in the group yet. Imagine we're new initiates being forced to go through.
He says, oh, well, I never figured you were part of the group. He says, but it is kind of odd that Meryl would have sent you here without telling you more about herself, what she was doing, or why you're down here.
It was a bit of a rapid experience. Not a lot of time to talk.
Well, it's not a Kraken, it's a Luskan.
In Sholigan, we spoke in Amnesia.
What's a loose good? I think I struck. What is it?
Excuse me, I don't speak that much German.
Okay,
I
so
knew he
what
was
is the
saying
different
something
language you were saying.
a different language, but I couldn't tell.
Pardon me, fam, I can't tell who's talking to who.
So imagine I said that in Aqua. And all of you were like, wait, what?
Kinda, you know.
No offense
What
to
is
our
a loose
viewers.
kid?
A Luska, he says, is a monster, is a sea creature. It's shark octopus. Sharktopus. It's got 3 heads and 8 tentacles.
Why?
What kind of heads?
What sea god was just really bored one day? He came up-
Poseidon, Lord of the Brocian.
Hallowed be his name.
Ah, yes.
Another name for ghost.
Pro sign. I
Is
will
now.
gladly follow that guy.
Like righteous be his name.
Lord of the Games.
My dude, which art in the water.
Domain is your strength.
That is the scariest player in Bro.
Give us this dare daily protein.
Go thy way, become shredded and swole.
If thou uses the weights, thou shalt then re-rack their weights. Lest thine face the wrath of the gym bro.
Oh man.
Count thine calories.
And yea, verily I say unto thee, let thine macros be in right alignment. Let thou eat not too much fat, but gain substituted with protein.
And no fruit juice, too much sugar. If we do make a TikTok account,
Yes.
I want that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
Take the video for sure.
Noted.
Ew.
About an hour.
1 hour later.
Instead of polishing my sword,
I think my eyes are coming back.
just waiting.
Ah! Oh. Ah! Why is that kid here? Why is there a raptor?
It's
Who's a good bird?
He is a good bird.
Kind of bad.
You can try it.
You can
most certainly try.
What's the DC for handle animal to pet this thing?
at least a 12.
I mean, he's been sitting here with us for like an hour, so I would just say it's a 10.
18.
Plus
2.
Ooh, a good bird. Yeah, good bird. Hang on, I got a piece of jerky. You want some jerky? Can you jump? Can you jump up? Yeah. He says, well, fam, thank you so much for saving my life. Now, if you'll excuse me,
He begins to walk away.
Wait. I'd love for you to accompany
where's
us.
the half orc?
I am the half-orc.
I said he was related to the.
Where's the other half?
Is it more of a...
That is the question we've all been asking. We would love for you to accompany us as we find your former compatriots.
What?
Because it would be nice to have somebody that can speak their language.
That can show us the way.
I show you the way.
Do you know the way?
Fuck on the bed.
That was 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
That blows me away.
Yeah, you're old.
So Damon does his character, so he's side-eyeing him.
He says, well, first thing, I don't know the entire layout of this place. I only know up to a certain area because it's dangerous.
Yes, and we saved your life.
Mm-hmm.
We would love for you to continue to accompany us.
You worked so hard to save me life, I'd hate for you to ruin it by killing me.
If we die, then you die.
I've killed bear
Not-
farmers.
Not in a threatening sort of way. But,
That felt
How does that
threatening.
feel anything but threatening?
but in a
Oh, you want me to threaten him? If
How
you
are
don't
you-
come with us, I will kill you.
how How are you planning on getting out?
You're being adopted.
Not necessarily. We're just for a little bit.
Well, if you say you opened a portal, then fine, that's where I'm going.
Did we say we opened the portal?
No.
I don't believe we did.
Oh, well, I know what a control room is. I'm going to go open the portal
You said
myself.
you did not know what the control was.
Yeah, I know now.
Magic.
From magic.
Are you lying?
Oh, yeah. Because I don't want to be in the same room with you.
What you say?
But it's being threatened by this gentleman.
I'm not asking you to join us in combat. I'm not asking you to put your life on the line, but I am asking you just for a little help. Find our way.
Sure.
That, and we would love to reconnect you with me. Meryl. I have like 5 different end names on my notes.
May I ask you a question? You see this thought process run through his head. His demeanor completely changes from defensive to, acceptance. He leans on your shoulder a little bit, looking down at you. He says, let me ask you a question, fam. He says, if I am to go on this journey with you, this arduous journey to the deep steps of the dungeon here, he says, do I get a cut of anything we find?
It's only fair. Say a fee for being a guide.
I pull up 5 gold pieces.
That's cute. Is that a starting wage or is that for the whole thing?
Starting, at least.
Starting, I'll take it. And a cut from anything else you find. 1/6. Fair is fair.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fair is fair. Alright then, fam. Let's lead the way. He steps outside. In doing so, he says, you see, the thing is, I thought it was one of these 3 doors here. These 4 doors, now 3. He says, one of these is... That door is open, he says, pointing towards the open portal. Well, this was fun. 5 gold later, and I have solved the problem.
I commend the rope to tie around him.
He doesn't resist, and I don't think the rope can technically grapple. I don't think it could be used offensively.
I wrap my tongue around it. I don't do that.
Gross.
And I grapple him.
Charlie, grab our tongues! Oh, gross.
It wouldn't be a grapple so much as it would find like a belt loop and tie itself to that belt. Because it can fasten itself to something.
Thanks for the belt, mate, but why?
Well, I paid you 5 gold
Uh-huh.
There's still 2 other doors.
to take us to the other friends.
They ain't my friends. As many
The
times as
other
I've got to read.
defectors.
I don't know where they are.
Oh, then I want my 5 gold back.
You know what? That's fair. Fair is fair.
I count.
Looking at them, yeah, they're copper. He begins to walk away. Fair is fair. He takes his copper and gives you the gold.
I commanded to untie.
So Meryl sent you down here?
No, Meryl doesn't know me yet. I lied about that. Sorry.
Yeah, we would love to reintroduce you now.
That would be great. Yes, I would love for that to be a thing. But it does sound like you're very busy. Let me meet you there.
23 on perception, sense motive.
It feels like he's done something wrong and Meryl, like, he doesn't want to go back to Meryl.
So, let's say you get lost and the tunnel's up ahead. Are there ways other than back to the cove? Through that door?
In a roundabout way. Yes. But that way. And that way is very dangerous.
No, like through that portal.
Oh, to this portal?
Yes.
To go where? To Meryl?
Are there other directions one could get lost in?
Oh, no. It's a pretty straight shot. It's a little bit of a ways. So there's some open areas, the ocean, gentle breeze. It's wonderful. But it is that way. Not here. Not that way, for sure.
Come with us.
Roll me diplomacy, which nobody has rolled yet.
I'm doing more intimidation.
You can also roll intimidation if you like.
Diplomacy is a 19.
It's not.
What'd you get?
I got a 1.
Nat 1? What do you say?
Come with us.
So as you, what do you say?
So imagine for a second we find another egress out of here. Sort of picking up that he doesn't want to go back to Meryl.
Mm-hmm.
That could be beneficial for someone who's wanting to find other ways back to the cove to go back to Meryl. So sort of, I'm trying to give him another way.
An out.
An out.
I got you. He says, you know what? Suddenly you see Manzerik gently grab him by the hand. He looks down at Manzerik as you look deep into his eyes and say, come with us. Yeah. I see your point, and I think I'm gonna go with you. With all of you, collectively, not just you. So you've talked me into it. So if you'd like to, we can. We go. Onward and upward.
Onward and upward.
Yes.
I stand right
I don't
behind
like
him.
him.
I stand right behind him.
Bird, no one
Let's go.
likes you.
Excuse me, fam.
I kind of like her. How tall is this dude?
He probably stands about 6 feet.
So we're eye to eye.
Excuse me, fam.
I go ahead and look at you to open the door, or to at least look at the door. To
Look at the door.
Which door?
Is there any,
Which door?
the door that we are going
He gets to pick because he can be separate trips.
Oh, the 3 doors that you passed? Okay, which door?
Second.
Okay. The farthest one from you, then.
Sure.
Okay. Looking over this room, it seems to be a mundane wooden door.
Look for the
I
keyhole.
stealthily open.
He leans over and watches you as you open the door. This seems to be a storage room of some kind. You see several tools that probably were used to maintain the pipes and the waterways, but they've long since rusted, been discarded. They've either, the shelves that they rest on have either collapsed from years of decay, or have completely rusted over, rendering most tools in here useless.
Gotcha. There's nothing like that seems preserved by magic.
Well, that is a shame.
No other entrances or exits?
Hey, which?
No, simply that room.
And I hand him a tool, a rusted tool. So you're pretty sure. And I go to the next room.
I'm going to do a perception in the room just in case there's anything else.
You may.
It's going to be a 20, not natural.
No.
Alright, move on with my life.
You may.
We'll move on with your life.
Door number 1, my lord.
Door number 1.
As you head to the next door, opening it up, it looks to be an office area. You see that the desk has long since collapsed. There are shelves with paper that seem to be completely deteriorated. You see, like, where people have kept books, probably of like the workers coming in and out, who gets paid, things like that. But it also hasn't been touched in so long that the damp temperature or the damp conditions have eroded them into nothing but kind of that moldy, mildewy paper.
It does bring up the question, who maintains this sewer now?
Doesn't look like it is.
Well, this part of the sewer may not be used anymore.
It was used enough to have a sacrificial shrine.
And pea water.
Well, you know about the, that's an out of character joke with that one.
Perception in this room.
You may.
14.
I will perceive.
No.
I will proceed.
What'd you get?
15.
15?
I rolled a 15,
Okay, good.
so 22.
So you, a few moments before you, but not you, and an extra piece for you, begin to examine this room. And as you're looking through everything, you're picking up papers and you're just kind of like gross, moving things to the side, checking things out. You find preserved in a glass frame is a map. And this is a map of the sewerways.
Hey.
But only half. When you look at this map, and I will hand this to you to look at before we take break, as you look at this map, you do see in the bottom corner, there is a key. In this, not a physical key, like a map key. In this map key, you see that there are Roman numerals. I, V. In these Roman numerals, you see the first lever says drains 11 and 12, floods 21 and 22. You see in II it says opens 16, in III it says opens 20, and in IV it says opens 8 and 9. As you examine this map to kind of discover what all these things mean, we are going to take a short break and we'll be back in just a moment.